welcome back as always. We're back again.
Oh,
hi. What are we watching today, guys? Or gals? We're going to be watching Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia, the first movie. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I know that sounds familiar.
Yes, it does.
Did you ever read that book?
No.
I read the book.
You read the book? I read it too when I was very young.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time now, so I don't really remember much of it. I did see parts of this movie, but I didn't see it in theaters, so I'm curious, like, who's in it and what actually happened. Do you recall anything?
I remember some of it, but I don't want to say anything because Mom's never been exposed to it.
Yeah.
But it could be totally, the storyline could be totally different. With a movie and a book, they sometimes alter things. So
yeah, I hope it's going to be, of course, cinematic and beautiful landscapes. We have the menu rolling. Usually we don't do that, but we see a winterscape right now, mountainside. And yeah, so Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm assuming there's going to be a lion,
a witch,
and a wardrobe.
Maybe the witch is going to help the lion get a nice wardrobe.
Yeah. So I think we should get into it and talk about it after.
Okay, let's do that.
Every week we try to watch something that's been requested, of course, but we also try to have some freedom on enjoying something that we want to watch. Although we enjoy pretty much everything that we watch anyways. So now we're on to Narnia.
Too scary.
Mm-hmm.
And a great author, too, wrote this.
Yes.
C.S. Lewis.
Yep.
I do know that.
Mm-hmm. Very famous.
Our grandfather loved reading his books, so.
That's great,
He told
yeah.
me I had to read it, to be honest with you.
You were forced.
I
had to for school.
Yeah.
He didn't force it on me.
No, my grandfather was school, right?
He was an English teacher.
He was an English teacher. He loved literature.
Mm-hmm.
We play hide and seek. Please.
Aw. Whoa. There's no wall. Ooh, it's like a warm glow.
Putting her to sleep.
Oh.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is. I guess you found the wardrobe.
Still counting.
It's a great imagination.
They don't.
Even made a friend in the fawn.
I wasn't imagining.
Ah, she's gonna go back in with her boots.
Oh, yes, she is.
Lucy.
Oh.
Lucy. I think I believe you now.
I guess you would.
She told me more about this place. Ugh.
Is that a snare?
That's scary.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Oh.
God.
Ooh.
Oh.
She said you met some Thomas.
God, it's just spewing out everything.
Oh, wow.
So is it real?
Beware.
Oh God, look how she stares at him. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, right.
Very.
I like the deer.
Whoa.
The reindeer. If he wants to try to convince them to all go for the witch, like, why wouldn't he encourage it?
Hey, we finally met the professor. Middle kid.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Boy, you're in trouble now.
Awkward.
You're in trouble. Oh, of course you.
Of course, yeah.
Well, you hear her coming, you're going to be going.
Did he hit the ball on
Oh,
purpose
my God.
to get them to go?
Yeah.
That's just her imagination.
Oh, they have all the furs.
Super expensive furs. Faux Fur.
I'm charged with high treason. Against Her Imperial Majesty.
I ain't gonna swing.
Lucy just smiled.
It's time for us getting home. Ed?
He's gone.
Ed?
For him to be so trusting of the witch because he just wants to be
Right, just
different.
because she
It's
got,
like,
That's
he
right,
got
yeah.
the treat from her. and
Peter.
And she told him he could become king.
He could be
and
king.
have his-
Trying to say it looks comfy, but it doesn't.
It's all cluttery. Maybe she's like
Throws all the
Medusa.
I'm gonna say maybe she froze them all.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh
smoke!
my God! And heavens.
Looks cozy.
No, he's not.
He's gonna sit on the throne. Yes, this is
So-
eventually gonna be mine.
So much will just start right now. Oh, she chained him up. Now, hopefully, he understands now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, this isn't Turkish delight.
Oh my.
It's like, what is?
Oh.
Ooh.
The baby said something about Aslan.
You can't be expected to know everything.
Oh,
Don't.
come on.
Oh no, they didn't freeze him.
Oh.
Oh
That's
no.
why.
Oh, get going quickly.
Oh no, this is
God.
bad.
Is it Santa?
Is it Santa? It's Father Christmas? Hey, wait a second. Let me look at him again.
Santa gave us weapons, yay!
Thanks, Santa.
Aww.
Yeah.
Thanks, Father
I love him.
Christmas.
Bye, Santa.
Don't argue on the ice.
Yeah, please, just concentrate and
She's
go.
just so nervous. She can't.
Oh, they're
Oh,
gonna be
great. They're
across
going
the
on the
way.
other side.
Go.
Where's loose? Where's loose?
What have you done?
Okay, okay.
Wait, stop your fussing. You look lovely.
Aw.
Oh, that's good.
They're so cute.
Oh, here's the lion.
Wow. There he is.
You on our side?
Okay, we finally saw the lion. Oh my God.
Oh, the 1 second, Susan.
Oh, jeez.
Get him.
Stab
Got
He
him.
got him. He got him. No, he got the. He got him.
Jumped right into it.
Yep.
That's great.
So there's no fighting.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's in the
Think
past.
He's
Yeah.
sorry.
Open up.
Hi, Katniss.
Yeah, I know. Love Hunger Games. Pretty good for a first shot, you know.
Ooh.
Oh, gee.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, look
Ooh,
at
yeah,
those guys.
Cyclops.
Go.
Like gorilla men.
Kill her
Oh,
now.
she's really creepy.
Bite
looking.
her. Okay.
He must have done.
He's sad, so I don't know.
He must have promised something.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh,
Ugh.
no. What's going to happen to him?
You gotta pull him up the stairs. Oh, oh he sees. He sees her.
Then you'll have to lead us.
He has like no experience.
There's an army out there.
Too soon.
He doesn't know anything about battles or strategies.
What do you suggest?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Oh, boy. Whoa.
Yeah.
that's bad.
Oh, jeez.
His main's
Oh,
back
is
and
he
everything.
real or is he spiritual? Oh, okay, then.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh, watch out for him!
Oh,
The horse!
Oh, my gosh. Oh.
No, grab him. Grab him. Get him on your back. He's gonna kill himself.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
darn it!
Shucks.
That was good. Oh, she's too good. She's gonna kill him. Stone.
Ooh.
He's breathing air into his life.
Oh, bad breath.
Life.
She's gonna get him.
Oh, no.
Right his leg.
Oh, good thing
Ooh,
they
stabbed
saved-
him.
Good thing she saved that then.
Oh,
Whoa, he's...
get him! Don't be predictable. Get him.
Oh,
Armor.
yeah, sure.
Get him.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Ooh, good.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Okay, get the droplet of that stuff.
That's right.
Oh God, he's still there.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh,
finally.
Good, good girl.
Yay.
Aw. Aw.
Shoulder to shoulder. Wow.
Ooh.
Cute.
That's so cute.
You're cute together.
I give you King Peter. The Magnificent.
Wow.
It's a good title.
Thank you.
Oh,
Wow.
They
He's got a
stayed.
beard and mustache. Much older now.
It's familiar.
Oh, remember that?
oh yeah.
They first
That's
went
right.
there?
The wardrobe's right
Oh,
there.
yeah, go that way.
Hmm.
They go back there, they gotta be younger or the same age they are now.
Yeah, because time travel is different
Yeah.
there.
That's what I mean.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, see them back. Oh,
Well, that's kind of weird.
yeah.
Or would I?
Try me.
Oh.
That's Lion
He's
Dong.
been
He
there.
was probably, yeah, I was gonna say he's been there too.
Where were you when we were in there?
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
That was
That's
a
good.
fun
That
show.
was good, yeah. Oh my
I
god.
love the music too. The music's beautiful. I
That's
always
real
mention the
cool.
music, but the
song.
music was different in this one, and it was very just like, it was just like beautiful with like the
Yes, it was
Yeah.
very
angelic
yeah.
kind of
Yes,
Yes.
fairy tale
sounds and
Yes, it is. Oh my
and
gosh.
just the one
That was
soprano singing and just very gentle.
it was very pretty.
Yeah.
So we noticed a lot of people in this.
Yes.
Let's go from Game of
Yes.
Thrones.
It was kind
X-Men.
of hard to see Charles.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
It took a
I
moment
know.
because he had a
The nose.
prosthetic nose.
That's
Oh,
right,
look, there's
yeah.
something else going on. Okay, never mind. We'll have to wait
Oh, wait
a
a minute.
moment and
Hold on, let's
Wait
see what's
one
in
quick
second.
cutscene. Oh my goodness, that was a fun story.
That was
That
very
was.
good. Oh my gosh.
Again, I'll have it roll just in case if there is another cutscene.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
That was
So-
very nice.
That was great.
I know
That
there's a
was-
second and third movie, and I don't know if it continues right after this or what exactly happens. I'm
Okay.
guessing it's the same characters.
And they're just probably older now that you see.
I'm guessing, yeah. I did read the first book when I was a kid, and I don't remember a lot from
Yeah.
it. But there
I
were
did
certain
too.
things I kind of recalled from watching this.
Uh-huh.
I kind of remembered the lion being more scary in my view when reading the book.
I like how Liam Neeson played the lion. I thought that
Oh,
was
that
Yeah,
was
once you
cool.
said
Oh
his
my
voice, I'm
gosh.
like, yes, of course.
Oh, we had a lot of famous people in this. We noticed a few people from Game of Thrones and Harry
That's right.
Potter,
Yes.
X-Men. So that was kind of
Like
cool.
that.
Like I
Ancient
forgot.
lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then we saw the
She was
ancient
really
one
good.
from
She
Yeah,
was
she was good.
very.
as the witch.
She
Yeah,
was very
Yeah.
wicked.
we knew her from Doctor Strange
Yeah.
as the ancient one, and I love her in that role.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
good.
one, she's a great actress, and I'm just laughing because she's so evil in this,
Oh
and I was like
my gosh.
laughing
She
with
was,
her. I
right to
don't
the-
like her in this
Yeah, the
one.
White Witch.
Yeah, she really played her role well.
She really did.
Couldn't stand her. That's why.
Yeah, that was the whole
So
point,
good,
right?
That's,
Yeah,
that
that's
means
for
she's
sure.
doing her job.
Now, this movie, it was really well done, and I know we watch a lot of fantasy type movies, and some are more adult where you can relate to it more realistically. And again, like we watch a lot of far-fetched stuff. We have like talking animals sometimes, and this one really breaks the boundaries of all kinds
that's
of
right.
creatures. And you have like full-on animals, just talking animals
the
to
beavers,
humanoid
the
type
beavers.
ones.
Right, or two or three
Yeah.
different types of
Yeah.
animals.
There were
merged
so many
together.
different kinds. It was
That's
kind of
right.
weird. It was
I
kind
love
of hard
those
to keep
flying
track of
eagle
everything.
horse things. Those
Yeah,
were
right.
great.
I like the
were
griffins, the eagle-like ones with
Yeah,
the
oh,
lion
is that what
paws
it
or
is?
something. They're like mythological creatures.
I noticed it was a lot of like a symbolism of Christianity. They did,
Yes.
That's right.
two males from Adam, two
Adam,
females
yeah.
from Eve.
And they kept
Right.
saying
And
that
the
too.
lion
They kept doing
sacrificed
that.
himself.
There's no more Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah, there's no more Christmas, and then Santa came over, and although they did talk about presents and stuff because that's what kids relate to,
and the lion sacrificed himself like Jesus did. I think that's what the author. That's what I remember. Grandpa telling me.
Okay.
Grandpa told me that
it was pretty violent when you think about it. I mean, having this in a child's story or in a children's story, it's interesting to see like the lion actually die. Like he suffers, like they taunt him, they bind him up where he can't move, and it's horrible, and it's really scary, I'm sure, for kids, you know, like you see all these like demonic
and the kids are
creatures.
relating this. Don't forget, this is World War II too. You know, when they know their father's out to war in the real world, and then when they go to the wardrobe, you know, so now they're battling their own war. This really made me think a lot of Peter Pan too, where we have to watch that because I know you guys know the basic story of it. But that's kind of like the same idea where it's during war and kids are trying to find a way to leave the harshness of reality and find a way to find an adventure, find something fun, and a way to cope of what's actually going on in the real world. And this is cool because they do the same thing, but it's actually real. Like, oh, did it actually happen? And I love that kind of play on their imaginations. I love how they gradually, all of them understood what Lucy was really saying. Like, no, really.
Well, look at the professor. He had to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I wonder what his role was.
I was kind of waiting for him to come out at some point when they were in there.
That would have been neat to see.
To help in some way. Like, just come out and say, this is, you know.
Yeah,
that's true.
I thought that would be cool to see him kind of join in on the fight or something and help them out at the end. Or just
like
be
being
like,
an advisor.
Yeah. So it looks like no time passes in our world when they're in Narnia. So that's kind of crazy. That must be such a mind... Like, it must really mess with your mind,
right? Because Lucy, right from the beginning, when I thought I was gone for hours when she first did the hide and seek. They're like, no, and now they all went and they came back.
Yeah.
It does go by.
So if you think about it, like they were in Narnia for many, many years, and so they grew up. They have histories there now, probably families. Who knows? Like maybe they are married, or you know they're young, but maybe they have significant others, and now that they're back in their world and that they can't go back, how many years are going to go by, you know? So it kind of like messes with you too,
right? Because you're torn, you want to go back. You know, the only thing they really have is, you know, they're kind of, you know, attached to the professor, but truly their mother is, you know,
it would have been nice to see the mom.
Yeah.
You know, because like I feel bad for her.
Or bring the mother in there.
They're like, hey, look, there's another war going on here, but there's a lot of cool animals.
Everything is great now.
I love the whole idea of prophecy, and it was pretty straightforward. Like, this had great imagination in it, and I love all the different kinds of creatures, but I thought it was very direct. And I didn't like how Edmund was so direct on just betraying his siblings.
Spilling everything
out. So angry. And just saying everything. Just giving everything the White Witch needed to hear.
Even when he knew she was bad, he still, you know, spewed out what...
Yeah, he just got nervous and just would say things to try to help, you know, save whoever. But it was more for himself. Like, he was very selfish in the beginning, but he came around and...
I mean, like, Thomas knew the White Witch, so when he first, you know, betrayed Lucy and told on her, you know, her whereabouts, he did it because he was fearful. And he instantly knew, okay, that was really bad to do, and he felt very remorseful right off the bat.
I really like the idea of Thomas, and in the beginning I thought he was sweet, and I love how his friendship grew with Lucy all the way through the movie. But in the beginning he was very... You didn't know what to make of him, and then all of a sudden, like, with the music, that was perfect, where all of a sudden it's like, oh, this is beautiful music, and then it started changing, and you're like, ooh, this isn't good, this is something weird, what's going on?
Then you saw the fire and the dancing, and then...
Yeah, and it was, like, pretty at first, because she was getting, like, hypnotized, and then it started to change, and that was kind of a cool scene. It was scary, but I was like, ooh, God.
And it was funny because she really didn't... She trusted him so much that she really didn't get too frightened when everything was dark. And going to him, like, she still wasn't too frightened.
She was very brave. I mean, what do you do in a world like that, I guess?
Maybe she's so innocent, she doesn't know, you know.
Just befriending people. But, yeah, so I really like the idea of him, and I love the beavers. They were so cute.
They were great together.
Yeah, great
back and
couple.
forth,
So you
like
look
a little
lovely.
couple.
Gee, I wonder who that sounds like.
It's funny how they made they did change it up a bit because I saw some evil cats too, but it was funny how so many cats were good and then so many dogs were evil. And I know they were just keeping it simple, kind of where it's like, okay, well, these are evil creatures, these are nice creatures. So, because I love wolves, and I'm like, oh, why is it always the wolf that's bad? But I get it. And then they had some kind of weird werewolf type creature too. He had so many different crazy creatures in this. And I love that idea of humanoid type animals. I think they had it too broad range where it was kind of hard to relate or to really understand the limits of the world. But other than that, I really like the talking animals a lot. And did you guys notice a cheetah that kept pacing through the crowd? I love cheetahs so much, but there were a few cheetahs, and one kept going through the crowd the whole time.
I was thinking of you because you love cheetahs.
Yeah, but it was just funny because I was like, "Hey, there it is again! Oh, look, there it's going again!" So it's I'm just gonna keep pacing all the way through. But
I liked in the when they were battling the witch. When Peter was looking up at Edmund and he was nodding, I give you approval, just go for it, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And they were finally together, at that point.
I'm glad everyone got together at the end, and there's a lot of honor in this.
I liked how everyone's personality was so different. Lucy was the hopeful one, and Susan was the worried mother. She took over from Mom, and Peter was trying to be so brave. And, Edmund was just,
so
adventurous, but, resentful because he didn't have, he's one of the middle children, and he just didn't have a fit. So he just wanted to rebel and be his own kind of guy,
That is true. And I really did like them all coming together at the end. And they went on this epic journey together. I thought it was fun if you don't overthink it. I just thought they all had destiny about them. And at the end, when they really didn't have any battle experience, and
I know
they can use swords and just fight on horseback.
Wow.
And
I kind of wish that main knight guy, the horseman.
Yeah.
I wish he kind of said, "Well, usually in battle, we have, kind of gave him some pointers, but
maybe he did. I'm kind of just
behind the scenes, they were pretty prepared for what I thought they weren't going to be. With those bird-like things coming out with the rocks, that was pretty choreographed for them to do that first. Start from the top and go down.
I thought the whole battle scene was actually pretty cool, considering how much time they had to prepare.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
and maybe a whole lot of time went by that we didn't even realize because we had no real sense of time, really. Besides them going into Narnia,
quick, though. Yeah,
it felt pretty quick. Yeah. And the whole thing with Aslan dying, that was so crazy. And it shows how honorable he is as a leader, as a king of the jungle. Right. And he was such a cool character too. And he sacrificed himself. Now, magic, I don't understand all the laws of magic in this movie. That's right. But I do anyways. But I felt like he found a loophole in his treaty.
So she didn't read it as she read it, as she interpreted it. As she saw fit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so that was good that he really knew all the laws of magic. But good. I kind of consider her a traitor too. So, how does that work? Now, does he get to slay? I mean, he slayed her anyways in battle, but it wasn't on the stone table. And
but I'm glad he came back. That if he knew he was going to come back, how could he let her? Maybe she didn't. Maybe he didn't know she was going to go to battle so quickly. How could he let his people? Go into a battle knowing that some of them are going to perish. But
maybe he didn't know when
he didn't know
he would
she
come
was going to
back
do it so quickly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not. Yeah, because I was kind of wondering that too, and that's a good point because here Aslan could have saved all these people from actually going into battle, but at least with them battling, he was able to take out the Ice Queen at that point. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise, who knows what else would have happened.
He did that pretty well, huh?
Yeah, well, she did that in the beginning. But I guess you have laws to follow, and you have to do things a certain way. But yeah, so I thought that was fun, and I love all the different landscapes they had. I love a good adventure.
It was a fun adventure, and I love everything from the innocence of the beavers to,
I like the fox too.
The fox, he's so
oh my god, it was always in a wolf mouth.
Oh my god, I thought for sure he's going to be gone.
But I think, all in all, my favorite character was Tomness. I think he was my favorite.
Yeah.
He was, even if he didn't have he was a big, character, but
he wasn't.
I wish he was in there more, but he had to do, he had to be in that fitting.
Perfectly. I like Lucy.
Lucy was cute.
I like Lucy, but you're right. She was smiling too much when she shouldn't have been smiling, but she was just like...
She's young, and I know it's probably hard for a big movie. But a few times I'm like, holy crap, she's actually smiling, almost laughing kind of thing.
And Susan just she was just so worried about everything and blaming Peter for everything. Look what you've done.
I know, right away. It's like he tried to hold on to her with the coat, and he's like, oh my god. And I guess my favorite sibling is Peter. I really enjoyed
Peter.
him.
Yes, he was the guardian. He was the protector.
And he really did care, and he really tried to do good by everyone. But it was funny how quick they blame each other, and he always blamed Edmund too for things and said, you have to learn to grow up or whatever. It's just for everything. And even when he was joking in the beginning, Edmund, when he made some kind of joke to Lucy, and he's like, you gotta learn to stop doing that.
That's right.
But I'm glad they all, worked it out.
And he stayed put now.
That's right.
Edmund will stay put.
Yeah, so I think there's 2 more movies. There could be a 4th, but I think there's only 2 more. Please let us know in the comments if you don't mind not spoiling anything. Just curious on how many. And so we'll see if we watch more. I'm sure we will eventually. We always have polls on Patreon. And we do have a Vimeo account too. You can check Storm Akima on YouTube and on Vimeo. And we enjoy doing this a lot.
We do. I liked it a lot.
Good.
It was fun. It was a nice...
Very good.
It was fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you have any favorite creatures in this?
Mine was the eagle horse thing.
The griffin?
Griffin.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Griffin. I think they're called
Griffins.
Griffins.
And
I don't know.
Aslan.
Aslan was cool. Yeah, he's a really good epic character.
Yeah. The beavers.
Beavers, you like the beavers the most?
Yeah, they were really good.
I'll stick with Tomness. I like him a lot.
Yes.
And the cheetahs.
That's right. After that, I think of
characters,
Tomness as human. So I didn't even include him, but definitely him too.
Yeah, and he looked different because he had, of course, a lot of prosthetics on, and he had his nose, he had a different kind of nose and everything. And I love his legs. They did such a good job with animating his legs. It looked really realistic. Yeah, believable.
Yeah.
You know what? And I gotta say, in the beginning, going back to the first scene when he met Lucy and he brought her into his home, it was so warm and cute. It was almost like a Hobbit home.
I know!
Same with the beavers.
That's why I kept making Lord of the Rings jokes, because certain things kept reminding me.
He locked that door. He put the key away. So then you kind of knew something was going to happen. Remember?
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now that I think of that.
He was getting a little weird.
Above.
And now thinking about it too, when he was first talking to Lucy and she said she had to get back or something, and he immediately kind of freaked out and he's like, no, like that.
Yeah, I almost thought he was so lonely he wanted to keep her for himself.
And that's what it seemed like after he said that. Yep.
And
so then I was like, okay.
I knew she was done for when
I told her. So the whole idea of this is really cool. I like the imagination in this. And I want to see where this goes. I just can't get over the fact that they grew up in this world and then they were thrown back to their childhood.
They were going to go back to what they were before at the age.
I wonder. Yeah, I just feel like so much time is going to go by in the real world that if the wardrobe doesn't open in a month, in a year, a decade's going to go by and...
They'll be gone.
Yeah, it's like, where's everybody? It's like, I'm so old now. But anywho, I'm curious to see what happens next, and we'll see if this wins a poll soon. But we always have a lot of fun things to watch. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys!